Hello guys, Arcand here. This is Tales of Onyx. So a bunch of furry VNs were recommended to me, and as they say, don't judge a book by its cover. So I've elected to check them out individually and maybe read a short part of the start, get a feel of them before trying to continue them. Because my channel is a YouTube passion project and I'm trying to find out what kind of VNs I'd like to pursue long term. And since I'm already reading the prologues, I might as well record them and share them with everyone else. If you guys want me to continue, maybe you could leave a like or comment that you want me to continue this one. So let's start. So we can proceed with prologue. Duke's story, of course. Yeah, prologue. Prologue. The god of creation, Onyx, having an appearance of a black crystal, has created the universe with a bright flash and shaped the galaxies across the void of his own imagination, creating countless planets and stars, searching for something special until he finally found it. A perfect, barren, and lifeless planet with a moon orbiting around a lonely star. The reasons why Onyx picked this as insignificant planet were not known to anyone yet. Perhaps Onyx saw the potential. The star system became his playground. Onyx fed the planet with the necessary ingredients to create life. Just like a mother nursing her baby, the warmth of care and love enveloped the planet. The once barren primordial world became beautiful, habitable, and later sustained life only became possible through the terraformation ability that took well over a millennia. However, not without obstacles, Onyx knew someone who would certainly attempt to undo all of his hard work, who used to be his longtime friend. The god of destruction, Opal, a white crystal dotted with ever-changing colors, much like a rainbow on the move. He became envious of Onyx's beloved star system and vowed to sow the seeds of destruction. Fearing Opal would destroy all of the work he had done, he created 3 guardians to protect the world. They are known as the Trio of the Guardians. Amara, the first guardian of fire and earth. Styx, the second guardian of nature and air. And finally, Philu, the third guardian of water and spirit. They fiercely defended the world against Opal's evil attempts and provided assistance through every oracle of the tribes. Because of Onyx's guardians, Opal was unable to manipulate and abuse the protected resources. Onyx won the first battle with the guardians. With the last-ditched effort, Opal touched down on the planet, taking the physical appearance of a white, glimmering dragon. This took Onyx by surprise. Becoming a living and physical being would also mean his powers were limited to some extent. For that reason, Onyx decided to do the same and protect the planet personally. He took the form of a fierce black dragon, almost as if he took the appearance of the abyss itself. Eventually, Onyx and the Guardians discovered that Opal was able to manipulate feelings in non-living objects. Opal manipulated the love between souls across the world, causing wars and unhappiness between the couples. It was for that reason Onyx created the Guardian of Love. Due to his limited powers, the Guardian of Love was below the trio of guardians, weaker and mortal, but strong enough to control and protect the assigned resource. The trio of the guardians were considered primordial and immortal, but they always needed a living vessel to inhabit. When they did, their mark would appear on the living vessel's chest. Meanwhile, the guardians below the trio were always reincarnating, passing their responsibility on to the next living vessel. They bore a mark on the right arm. Of course, that was not stopping Opal. He always found something else to do, over and over again. Onyx repeatedly created a guardian to protect something that Opal exploited. He even created a guardian of knowledge because Opal managed to send the poor souls back to the Stone Age. Eventually, Opal's tricks have completely halted. Onyx believed he had won for the last time as Opal was never seen again. Trio of the Guardians kept themselves busy on the planet. They worked together to encourage the tribal civilizations to thrive. That was until to this day. Philu was preoccupied with the king of Farina. Styx and Amara were completely unaware until a sudden earthquake took over the kingdom of Farina. The quakes could be felt across the world. The living beings cowered in fear and scrambled for safety. Without the presence of Styx and Amara, Philu defended his temple to no avail. Onyx, terrified as he could ever be, watched one of his guardians immediately get ejected into the cosmos. Oh, it was that day everyone on the side of the planet saw a bluish beam in the sky. With Philu gone, Styx and Amara frantically tried to restore the balance and order, but it was too late. Nevertheless, they managed. The civilizations on the planet have been changed forever, with the kingdom of Farina in ruins and nearly 250,000 souls lost forever. Nearby kingdoms relied on Farina Kingdom for commercial trades. After what had happened, they suffered greatly. In a week, all of the kingdoms decided to no longer work with the Guardians. They were now known as the Cursed Guardians, painted unfairly as villains. The truth being buried in false stories that continued to spread like wildfire, in turn caused them to be on high alert, which forced the kingdoms to exile their own guardians. Tearfully, Onyx issued a very important mission for Styx and Amara. They were also made aware that it was vital that Philu found a vessel that was suitable enough to hold his powers. Both guardians set out into the cosmos in search of Philu. By doing so, they left their temples unattended for many centuries to come. As Onyx anxiously waited, he spent years planning ahead for their return. Waking up seeing the blue sky, a gentle breeze comes through, reminding me that something smells really bad. Like a dazed raccoon sticking his head out of the trash can, I peek out to see the unrecognizable alley I am in. I remember falling out of the sky, but everything before that is a blur. Or was it just a dream? I feel something in my hand and recognize the blue crystal. Immediately, I sense the importance of my crystal. I feel like I should protect it at all costs. I know it has to be related to that prophecy. I must say, Charos is looking good. Those are very yummy abs. Well, that is, if I can remember. So it wasn't a dream. I know someone told me to protect my crystal, but who was it? I can only remember my name and bits of the prophecy related to this crystal. I'm supposed to meet someone and to protect the world from something. Damn, the putrid smell is starting to get on my nerves. I better get out. It really reeks in here. I idly sign to myself as I get out of the trash container with ease. I realize the metal containers are crushed due to my fall. Well then, I hope no one saw what happened. I analyze the environment that surrounds me. I'm in an alley. The buildings look well kept and appear to be somewhat luxurious. My heart starts to race at the thought that I'm all alone here. I have no memories of this world at all. Towards the end of the alley, a beautiful park appears. My anxiety melts at the sight of greenery. I think it would be safe to go there and try to find out what I should do next. I walk towards the park. I should be excited, but I cannot help feeling anxious and lost. The city is humming with revitalized life, echoes of vehicles and lively people's conversations bouncing off the walls. As soon as I get out of the alley to the road, the city noises really gets to me. I didn't know I could hear until the car rushed past me. Damn, I've completely forgotten to look left and right before crossing. And we're gonna walk around with our abs in full view. Come to think of it, I remember spending my life in pure silence. With that pounding headache gnawing at the back of my head, I vaguely remember that I am deaf. Oh, he's deaf. I cross the road safely and look up at the glistening Siberian husky standing on the pedestal of a fountain. Glancing past the fountain, I realized there are so many people walking around. This park is crowded. Pangs of anxiety attack rattles the core of my body. I look at the reflection of myself to distract from my anxiety while brushing my mane gently. Isn't there something I'm supposed to do? So many memories whiz through my mind, but I can't visualize them. It feels like I somehow shut them out of my mind. And I can't remember my own family, or anyone, really. You will write too? My ears swivel towards the voice, unsettled by the fact that I can understand what was being said. Oh yeah, he's deaf. Gears in my mind are turning at full speed, and I speak out of surprise. What? I sign while speaking towards the brown bear seated on the fountain nearby, who looks at me up and down. Yeah? Forgive my manners. I'm Yuma. I never saw you around here before, but are you really okay? I mean, your clothes. How embarrassing. Did the fall completely ruin my clothes? You're just looking at it right now. Hello? Oh, sorry, I was thinking. I signed, albeit shakily. My anxiety continues to ride on the roller coaster. He looks at me incredibly confused. I could swear I heard you speak, but I don't know sign language. I'm really sorry. Wait, what? I spoke? I signed, fully able to understand what he said, and apparently unconsciously spoke at the same time, out of surprise. I thought so. It is not often I get to meet someone who is bilingual. Did I just speak? I think I just did. Yeah, I am. That felt weird. I can hear my own voice now that I'm listening carefully. Come to think of it, how am I able to understand what he is saying? The bell rings in the distance and my stomach growls. Are you hungry? Just what I needed, something to keep my anxiety at bay. I put my hands into my pockets only to realize they're completely torn. I have no belongings left but the crystal in my hand. Yeah, looks like I misplaced my wallet. No, I will take care of that. I'm going to call my friend while you eat. He should be able to help you if you are willing to accept. You're so kind. Thank you. No problem. He points at the vendor who is selling grilled cheese sandwiches. Oh, I loved grilled cheese. They look so scrumptious. I'll have 2. I didn't speak, but I gestured. 2? Sure. I nod excitedly, and I get my meal within a few minutes. He walks off into the distance on his phone. Be back soon. I just realized I didn't tell him my name. I idly fingerspell from A to Z while holding a cheese sandwich in my left hand. Yep, I got this. Bilingualism, it's a nice bonus, to be in 2 different worlds without any struggle. Worlds. I inhale and exhale so slowly. Even the air is so nice. Out of nowhere, a faint flashback reminds me of my asthma. How frequently I cough and struggle to breathe due to heavily polluted air. Occasionally, the acid rain forced me to stay inside. Sometimes I wasn't lucky. I remember feeling the pain when the droplet of acid touched my arm. I rubbed my left arm. I'm back. This is Rubio, and I'm sorry but I'm going to be late for work. I have to go. Take care of yourself, dude. Rubio puts his hand on Yuma's back. Remind me to give you a nice bonus tomorrow, my friend. Huh? Off you go. Rubio sends him off. He runs to the beautiful building nearby. Is that the city hall? I switch my focus to Rubio, who is staring at me intensely. He must be so loaded and handsome to boot. What? Could you be so kind as to tell me your name? Oh, my name is Charos. Nice to meet you, Rubio. Likewise, Yuma told me nothing, but by the looks of it, you're in a dire need of help. Your clothes. Are you homeless? Huh? Oh, no, but I don't remember anything at all. I might be lying, but there's truth in that. I have nothing but blurry, fleeting memories. Interesting. If you don't mind me asking, did you dye your mane? Humor him. Did I? Humor him. Let's try humor him. Who would even go to the trouble to dye the entire mane going down to? I gestured towards the trailing purple hair down to my burned shorts. Wow, that is something nice to show to a stranger. Right, you have a great sense of humor. Okay. Nobody in this world would even think of dyeing their hair to purple anyways. What was that? No one would even think of doing that? I wonder why. He flicks his muzzle at the nearby bench. Let's go and settle down before I can think of anything to help you. Sounds good. I sat down next to him, wondering what to talk about. I can't help but to feel like I shouldn't indulge him with anything that is personal yet. Could he be someone I'm supposed to meet? Silence stretches on between us. At least he isn't looking at me, but soon he softly spoke. Welcome to Lavendas, Charos. I've been around here for such a long time. I wouldn't forget anyone with a brilliant mane as yours. Thanks. He's buttering me up, isn't he? Apologies in advance, but is there anything else you can remember? Anything that might help you find your way? It's vague, but I remember walking in the suburbs that seem to decay with age. The sky is grey, filled with smoke coming from the west. I could see many columns of smog. Trees in the area looked like they turned black, long dead. Something in the back of my mind is trying to resurface, barely. I don't know what to say, but that sounds like a very depressing place to be at. Do you know anything about that? Afraid not. You see, we care about our planet very much. It's like you fell from the sky out of nowhere with a shiny clean slate to start over. He soon fell silent after that unintentional jab at me, seemingly waiting or gauging at my response. And then it resurfaces. Now I can remember working with DNA sequencing at the laboratory I worked for. I better change the topic quickly. Oh, I used to work with DNA sequencing. That is something I remember too. That worked, but to my surprise, he is now staring at me. Is that so? You have more reasons to thank Yuma, then. I have plenty of connections. I could help you get a job. What do you work? Haha, you're looking at the CEO of Amorigen's laboratory. He looks at me and thumbs up. We have a department that specializes with sequencing the samples across the world. Nice. That was very kind of him. But I soon realized the predicament I'm in. I don't have any identification, documentation, or even a resume to apply for.